Okay, so hi. Um, Now it's only 2 days left until the 2 days left until the Apple event, the big Apple event. I saw this morning that they actually is going to have the event in another building that is a lot larger than where they used to do these Apple events. So I wonder if that's a hint of maybe there will be some big stuff going on, maybe a lot more stuff coming out. I don't know. But one thing I do know is that the iPhone 6s rear camera is going to be a 12 megapixel, an improved 12 megapixel, and the front facing camera will be a 5 megapixel with the flash. So that's awesome. That makes it more possible for making selfies, making video vlog videos, so whatever you want to do with the front camera. That makes it more easy, and I really hope that it's both a flash and a light source, a light, so to speak, kind of like a flashlight or whatever. So that's two things that I'm very excited about. And what about the Force Touch? Yeah, it's going to be Force Touch, but actually 3D. Wow, at least that was the rumor said. And if there is going to be Force Touch 3D, I am very excited about this, because that makes a whole lot of new possibilities on the way we are using our iPhones today. So I'm very excited about the 3D Force Touch, because instead of two different type of pressures, you can actually have three. So 1, 2, 3, and that makes sense, because I would be glad to have something like that on my iPhone. I mean, that's awesome. It would be so much more simple to use the phone. You don't have to click around and do stuff. You just decide what pressure you want to have on the goddamn screen, and you just do it with your finger, you know? That's awesome. So, and the rear camera is also going to be, well, at least what the rumor says, I'm pretty sure about this, a 4K video camera. So it will shoot 4K videos. Well, of course you will need a 4K television set or whatever to be able to get the full access of the whole 4K idea, but I am very sure that the 4K quality is awesome, no matter where you are watching what you're recording. So that's something that is awesome. A week ago, I saw a great source on YouTube that the battery on the iPhone 6s is actually going to be 1715 milliamps. The iPhone 6 actually have 1800 milliamps battery. So my first thought is, isn't technology supposed to go forward and not backwards? That's strange, because I don't, and you don't want to have a cell phone with not so much juice capacity in the battery. So, but one thing, I have to think about one thing here, and that's actually there is actually an A9 processor in the iPhone 6s and the 6s Plus, I believe, but we're talking about the 6s now. And the A9 processor actually take less power than the previous processors. So that's awesome. And the iOS, the new iOS is actually going to take less power because it's built in a way that have never been done before. You know, there is no applications running in the background and so on and so on. The new iOS is working, it's working in a totally different way than the previous versions. So it will actually be less power that is going to be used by your iOS and the processor and the whole goddamn phone. So in total, it doesn't really matter if there is a 1715 milliamps battery in the iPhone 6s Plus, because the phone will last longer on standby or calling or FaceTime or whatever than the iPhone 6. I promise you that. So this is a huge step in the technology, I believe, especially with the new iOS built up in a totally different way than the previous version. So I'm very excited about that. Also, Touch ID. So they say that there will be some improvement on the Touch ID. For me, I'm not really sure I need an improvement on the Touch ID, because for me it's working all the time. I have never had any problem with the Touch ID. The only problem that I possibly could have is if I am been doing with some water and didn't really, you know, wipe off my fingers enough, so I have some water on my fingers, it will not respond on the Touch ID. So possibly that could be some improvements, but it's okay. All improvements are very good improvements, so that's awesome. So I'm really looking forward for the Apple event in 2 days from now, from today. And today it's actually September the 7th, so that is 2 days. So I am very, very excited also what more Apple will release. They are talking about an iPad Pro, a little bit bigger, you know, kind of like a professional thing, kind of like a MacBook Pro, but not a computer, well, a tablet, so to say, an iPad. That's awesome. And they are also talking about a new iPad mini, I believe with also with a A9 processor or something similar. And so I'm very excited about this. And of course, they will release the new iOS. So this is the last video in my iPhone 6s rumors video series. This makes 3. 1, 2, and this video 3. So there will be no more. But after the Apple event, I will make a video talking about what the rumor says and what's actually Apple released. So that is going to be a great video, talking a little bit about what's going on the Apple event and what they released and what not, and so on and so on. So I believe this is the last iPhone rumors video for maybe a year or so, because I will continue doing these videos in September every year. Well, depending on they are releasing a new iPhone or not. But so until next time, bye.